Well, I've been doing some baking. One of the families in town here, their son has um, growth behind his eye, and they're raising money for his surgery. And so I've been baking some wheat-free, gluten-free, egg-free muffins that have alternative flours that I've ground in my coffee grinder and made myself. And it has some dried fruit and some dark chocolate nibs in, and hopefully they'll enjoy them. Anyway, it's a fundraiser, so tomorrow at the senior center they're going to be selling those muffins and other things that other people have made. And there was a little bit of batter left, so instead of putting it in the oven in a form and having it smoking like crazy because the muffin form would be burning without enough dough, I made them into pancakes and flipped them on the cast iron frying pan instead. So I just finished doing that, and I'm listening to the Trinity Western Choir on cassette tape. It's a Christmas tape, but oh well, it's February, who cares? I like it anyway. And I sing along whenever I can, and I'm getting a little bit of a croaky throat, but I guess sometimes it's because I don't practice enough. I used to practice like 4 hours a day, and then I was really good. But when I don't, I get a little croaky in between. Anyway, we were talking about last time projects. These are some of the projects that we made. This is a kind of a funny thing. It's a catapult made out of clothes pegs, and there's the tape here. This is the red electrical tape, and there's some clips in here that are the clips that you use in an office. Let's see if you can see it better here. Is one of those clips, kind of like a bulldog clip, only smaller. And a spoon and some rubber bands here. So, doing! Anyway, it did at one point really wing stuff, but right now it's been sitting around for a while, so it's not as good as it worked. A lot better when I first made it. So, anyway, this is one of the projects that Daniel and I made. This one here, I believe Emily made. I'm not quite sure. It's, it's some line paper that got folded, and then you fold it in different, kind of types of foldings, and then you cut like a shape, like this one here. This here is like you got a triangle, and then you've got like sort of half partial circles and little half heart shapes. Anyway, so it got made into like a lantern thing, and it got taped together, and then there's some embroidery thread here, this purple, that got hung up. So there we go. That was a project I believe Emily made, I think. Anyway, it was kind of cute. And then there's a community church here, and it's sort of run by the Mennonites, but it's for everybody, and you don't have to be a Mennonite to go there or do stuff with them. Anyway, they had a youth activity time, and there's some little craft things that they had there. They are already pre-cut, and you just kind of glue them together. Anyway, it was Thanksgiving time, so we had like the turkey. This one kind of fell off the stick here. And here we got some First Nations peoples, or you can call them natives or Indians or I don't know, whatever is politically correct at the time. By the time you see this, they'll be calling themselves something else and you won't know what you're supposed to say. But anyway, okay, here's another turkey that stayed on the stick. Thanksgiving, yay! If it wasn't for the First Nations people, the Europeans would have starved to death, but yeah. Anyway, so here's some token European people from that are supposed to be pilgrims, I suppose. And there's some more. There we go. It says Thanksgiving, give thanks. Woohoo! Okay, and here's another one. Anyway, this is all the the little crafty things that got done here. I believe, can't quite remember honestly, whether we did these here or they did them at the church. I'm not quite sure which, but anyway, this is another kit. It comes with, it's wood, and then you've got the little sides, and they all kind of fit into each other, so like that. And then we paint it, and says it's made in China as usual. Everything's made in China these days. Anyway, and there's some hemp cord at the top here. When I was a kid, we used to make macrame with that. It's kind of like making knots and making it into a design. And you made macrame bracelets and macrame chokers, and you made macrame things that you hung plants in, and macrame wall hangings. It was all the rage anyway. And you'd make knots, and then you'd put in shells, and you'd put in feathers, and you'd put in whatever else you could find from nature or whatever you wanted, beads, and make it some kind of a decorative thing that you hung on the wall. It's the hippy dippy thing, you know. Anyway, so we had this one here. So this one with the stripes, and then we have this one here. This is probably Daniel's. He loves orange. Anyway, his roof is a different style. He has the slanted roof rather than the peaked roof like this one here. But anyway, I think he put a face on there, so I think that's his. So he has a little face on his roof, and I think these are supposed to be birdhouses, but they remind me too much of outhouses. You know, when you go to the bathroom out in the woods or whatever. But anyway, it's like, okay, this is an outhouse for a bird, and you open the door, and there you go. There. Anyway, don't mind me, I'm just crazy. But I think it's fun to have some fun and not be so serious all the time. And okay, what else do we got here? We have, I don't remember who did this, whether it was Emily or Daniel, but anyway, this lovely orange and yellow bird with green eyes and yellow wings, and is very cheery. So it's probably going to go in a folder of some kind because it's lovely, but I don't want to lose it. Some of this other stuff is just going to be recycled in one way or another. And then there's this one here. I believe this is Emily's, for sure. I may be wrong. Anyway, so this was done with, I believe, felt pen on a canvas board. So we've got a tree and the sun coming up in the morning and the different colored sky. Anyway, that's a very creative thing. Okay, now what else have we got here? We have, this one. I think this one's Daniel's. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, it is a apple with a worm in it, and it says, "I'm red, the worm," and then it has a really nice little border. It never got painted in, but I just like the drawing itself. Here we go. I don't know if you can see it real well. Let's see. Okay, let's see if we can get a good close up on that one. Okay. And we had a fade out. We get these things called power shortages or whatever. The power goes off once in a while. And then we have, sometimes, we're out here and okay, here we go. This is Daniel's cat, I believe. Anyway, it's really cute. Let's see if we can see it. There, it has a very, a very wrinkly tail. There's the cat. Let's see. Okay, and then he's got this really nice sunshine at the top here, and it says, "By Daniel." Okay, and we have some drawings by Emily, and she used colored pen. We had this pen that we got her, and it had like 6 different colors or something, and you press a button and a different colored ink point comes down, and anyway, she did these with that. So these are self-portrait of Emily, and then there's one of Daniel as well. Okay, Emily, for some reason, has a lovely, looks very lovely anyway. She has a small head and a regular body with a flower on her shirt, and so that's her self-portrait there. And then this is her brother Daniel. I don't know why he has such a big head, but anyway, this is Daniel. He has a big head, and he has a tiny itty bitty little body. But anyway, it's really cute. Okay, and I think that's it for the art projects for today. We'll talk to you again another day, or later, or something. Anyway, bye.